बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम अस्सलामुअलैकुम ऑफ द स्क्रीन में खुशामदीद। सामने पाकिस्तान तहरीक इंसाफ के चेयरमैन और पाकिस्तान के साबिक वज़ीर-ए-आज़म इमरान खान ने गुज़श्ता रोज अमरीकी टीवी न्यूज चैनल CNN को एक इंटरव्यू दिया। इस इंटरव्यू में जिस तरह अमेरिकन एंकर के इमरान खान ने छक्के छुड़ाए वो अब पूरे सोशल मीडिया पर वायरल हो रहा है। इमरान खान ने बमागे दोहल इस बात का ऐलान किया कि अमेरिका ने जो कुछ पाकिस्तान के साथ किया वो किसी भी तौर पर काबिल कबूल नहीं। जिस एम्बेसडर ने पाकिस्तान में रजीम चेंज की साजिश की उस डोनाल्ड लू को न सिर्फ इस्तीफा देना चाहिए बल्कि जो बाइडेन सरकार को उसके खिलाफ कार्रवाई भी करनी चाहिए। CNN की रिपोर्टर और जर्नलिस्ट चीखती चलाती रही कि अमेरिका ने ऐसी कोई साजिश नहीं की, लेकिन इमरान खान ने उस मरासले का हवाला देते हुए ये तक कहा कि हमने कैबिनेट की मीटिंग में न सिर्फ इस मरासले को रखा बल्कि नेशनल सिक्योरिटी काउंसिल की जो मीटिंग हुई उसने भी इस बात का एतराफ किया कि अमेरिका की पाकिस्तान के खिलाफ बाकायदा एक मुदाखलत हुई है। इसके साथ साथ इमरान खान ने यह भी कहा कि चीफ जस्टिस ऑफ पाकिस्तान को भी ये मरासला भेजा गया और उनसे भी इसकी तहकीकात का मुतालबा किया गया है। CNN की रिपोर्टर चीखती चलाती रही लेकिन इमरान खान ने उसकी एक ना सुनी और बड़े मुदल्लल तरीके से अपनी बात अमेरिका के ऐवानों तक पहुंचाई है। आइए आपको दिखाते हैं कि इमरान खान ने मजीद क्या कहा और कैसे CNN की रिपोर्टर के मुंह पर अमेरिका को उसकी औकात दिखाई है। मगर वीडियो पर आगे बढ़ने से पहले आपसे गुजारिश है कि हमारे इस चैनल को जरूर सब्सक्राइब कीजिएगा और कमेंट सेक्शन में इस बारे में आपकी क्या राय है वो भी जरूर बताइएगा।
Do you believe, for the sake of Pakistan, that it is better to have a good relationship with the United States?
Becky, I had perfectly good relationship with the Trump administration. It's only when the Biden administration came and it coincided with what was happening in Afghanistan. And for some reason, which I still don't know, they never got in touch with me. He calls our ambassador, a meeting between our ambassador in Washington. He tells our ambassador in an official meeting, there are note takers on both sides. He tells the ambassador that unless you get rid of your Prime Minister Imran Khan in a vote of no confidence, which by the way hadn't been tabled as yet, but he seemed to know about it, he said unless you get rid of him, Pakistan will suffer consequences. And then goes on to say, of course, if you get rid of him through the vote of no confidence, all will be forgiven. Such arrogance, apart from anything else. By the way, Becky, this guy should be sacked for bad manners and sheer arrogance.
And then why have you never made this public before? You are being very specific about what you allege was said.
Well, Becky, I put it in front of our cabinet. This cipher was read out in the cabinet. There are minutes of the cabinet. Then I presented it in our National Security Council, where all the service chiefs were present. Why did I present them? Because this was a blatant intervention in the internal affairs of Pakistan. We have 50 million people living below the poverty line. So when Russia offers us 30% discount on oil and 30% discount on wheat imports, India does the same. India is part of the Quad, part of the strategic alliance with the US. India imports oil from the US, but for some reason, this was taken against me, as if I was being anti-US or anti-American party.
So is the current government an American implant?
It's with their blessings. And
Russia meeting President Putin the day he announced the war in Ukraine. The optics didn't and don't look good, do they?
They didn't, Becky, but let me explain to you, this visit was planned a long time back, and all the stakeholders in Pakistan were on board. The military wanted hardware from the Russians. We wanted oil. There was a gas pipeline which was being negotiated for the past 6 years before my government came in. So this trip was planned a long time before. How would I know that the day I land in Moscow, President Putin decides to go into Ukraine? I wasn't supposed to know that.
Do you regret that trip now?
I would regret if we had known about the invasion and then I had gone in, I guess I would have regretted it, because I do not believe in military solutions. I have opposed all military ways of achieving political